Hey guys, it's me, Vios313. Um, I haven't made this kind of style of content where it's just, me sitting down and just talking. And I think I'm gonna make more content like this, just to you know, just to get some views and also make some cool, interesting content and stuff like that, not like focusing on the meta or the mainstream, kind of focusing on that. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, running through, the phase and stuff like that, whatever comes out in my YouTube content little world of like 13 subscribers, which I appreciate it. Um, what you're going to see in the background is like gameplay with possibly some to little editing at all. Possibly it'll either be like Warframe or Call of Duty in the background. So there's that. Um, um, just been thinking about life and overall how I'm at the age of 23 where I don't even have a job. And a lot of things happen. My girlfriend of 5 months broke up with me, but my ex-girlfriend who my ex-girlfriend of 4 years, she came back to my life. If you're my close friends, I think you know who the person is. But anyways, um I've been thinking about life for some time and how some people that I used to know who were in my life kind of disappeared, and some people who just kind of like talk you down. And even when you make like life choices that you want to make, that you feel safe, like working on a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life and just make some decent money, to make some decent pay, to do decent things what you want to do, being decent. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you to live the rich life, live the fast life, and it's just not. Don't listen to those kind of people. You have other things to do that you want to do. If you want to be rich, that's completely fine. If you want to be the number one basketball player, football player, that's perfectly fine. Everyone is different. Everyone is entitled to be who they are. But I feel like in today's culture, and even the older culture back in 1990s to 80s, I feel like people will just talk crap of people who work at 9 to 5, and I just never really understand it. Like, it's cool that you want to own a business. That is perfectly fine. That is cool that you want to be rich, and that's understandable. If you want to drink a lot of soda, eat a lot of freaking, Popeye's chicken sandwiches, and then hot Tortitos pizza roll. I get it. I like to be a big bag myself, but honestly, if you're just like talking crap on people's behind their backs because they want to live a life that, well, yes, they work in a 9 to 5, they're eating healthy, they're living normally, vice versa around. If you got a guy who's rich, who looks skinny, girl, guy, whatever, who looks healthy, looks great, who's rich, a little bit materialistic, but overall good person. It is what it is. But it's like if you're making fun of that person, right? And they seem to be like a decent human being. That's where it's not even about money. It's about that someone putting their insecurities onto others. Because I realized for the past 8 years of my life, I recognize that there's a lot of people who put their insecurity onto me when I was younger. But up until when I turned 19, when I just stopped cheating on my first ever girlfriend, and I just, broke up with her, and I just focused on me, I recognize that there's people who are like in their mid to late 30s, 40s, 20s, early 20s, even teenagers, who will keep on making the same mistakes instead of learning from it, you know, and it's just life at the end of the day. And I don't have any hatred. Well, try not to, because there are some people that I don't like for example, Mr. Diddy, how he's not in jail, but that's a topic of another day. um it's just like a lot of people make fun of me that I might want to work at a 9 to 5, that I don't want to post any offensive experimental videos, and I'm not going to be popular all the damn time. And if I have like 40,000 viewers watching me, I'm happy with that. Or like, I don't know, 200,000 people watching me, or whatever it is. Like, hey man, I'm just happy that people get to watch my stuff. I'm not going to be popular all the damn time. I'm not going to be like freaking, like, I don't know, the number one YouTuber like PewDiePie or Kai Cenat. Like, I'm just a normal dude, man. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people, like family, friends, you know, it could destroy you because you can do everything right. You can make money, you can be rich, you could be, you know, you can still make minimum wage and you get your life together, but some people just will talk crap about you. And and after talking to my girlfriend of 4 years, we after when we went back to each other, she recognized that people talk crap about her, people talk crap about me. And it's like, yeah, it happens, that's why we broke up at that time, 8 months ago, because she'll talk crap about me and until she started to realize how much she really meant to me. And of course we came back to our senses, and of course I still loved her. It just be like that, and I'm always work on a 9 to 5. Maybe if I ever do want to own a business, I mean, hey, that's cool too. If I want to own like a video game business, that's fine. But like, if I just want to work at like a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, I don't mind doing that. I'm okay with not having a bunch of popularity or being rich. Sure, there would be convenience of it, I guess, to a certain extent, with that you will make money. But I kind of like my 9 to 5. I kind of like the frugal lifestyle, and there's a lot of perks of not making a lot of money. You don't get a lot of gold diggers or gold digging friends who just want to rob you and stuff like that. That's about it. It's 6 minutes. I think it's pretty good that I made a video like this. There'll be more videos to come whenever I feel like it. It'll most likely be like once a month. I still want to focus on making creative stuff. So yeah, there's that. That's about it. See you. Bye.